It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher tonight, Ryan Barucki. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Gets the call, and this one is off and running. Strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Just the third pitch of the night, and already a little question on the strike zone of the umpire in this one.
Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. Nick Gonzalez coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Number 39.
In half up to hit.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
Over to first, and he's saved.
Hap, a switch hitter, it can be challenging for guys at the big league level to maintain a good swing from both sides of the plate. Clearly, he's got more power from the left side, but in 2022, the right side was respectable as well.
The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a pitch. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Nobody out. Runner at first. Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Go to second.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up, you almost get a little more flat-footed, and you've got to be sharp to get that jump and to beat a good throw down to second base. Just wasn't able to do it right there.
And here it comes. Hap tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. Fouled off. He was late. Suzuki getting the start in right. Hitting third in the lineup, and he was born in Japan. Kicks and deals.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Man at first, one away. Got him swinging.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Barucki checks over to first, and he's back. Digging in, Patrick Wisdom. That one's in there. 0-1. Two outs. And a foul ball. At the belt and fires. Rolled to Rowdy. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for the Cubs. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starting pitcher, Kyle Hendricks.
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Shepard. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And he deals. And that's outside. And that is ball one.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
The wind and the pitch. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. And now 3-1. In there at the knees for a strike.
Count is full.
The line to kick the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Up the middle. He's in there.
Dude, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position. Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him the space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Connor Joe, the next Pirate to hit. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits.
One ball, no strike.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Shepard, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Next pitch is outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
2-0. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Swing and a miss.
2-2.
Man at second. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 3. Lined into left center, base hit. Around third. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
One gone, runner at first. Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Out in front and foul to the left side. Maybe a 2-ball, 5, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Bellinger's dad won a couple of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees.
That's a ball.
Next offering is down low.
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes. In the 2023 season, Cody's dad, Clay, made a trip to Wrigley Field and sat in the right field bleachers to watch his son play. That's kind of cool. And it's through for a hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Dansby Swanson stands in. The shortstop takes a ball. Runner at first with no outs here. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Boom, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. There goes the runner. There's a ball. Throw to second. Save.
Well, he's got a cannon of an arm back there behind the dish. A good, accurate throw is just as important in controlling the running game. So maybe rushed his throw a little bit right there. Didn't finish it off. It was high, and I think that's what allowed the base runner to make it safely.
Hard on the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And Swanson is set down.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Matt Mervis, the next to hit, takes outside. Next pitch is outside.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
And that one is lifted in the air. Olivares pulls it down. Runner tags from third. Play it home. He's safe. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And now it's Miguel Amaya.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
And a strike in there.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And that skips into dirt.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And the inning is over. But they push across 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. All tied 1-1. Back here in Pittsburgh, here's Rowdy Tellez.
The first baseman, Rowdy Tellez.
Hendricks back to work. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 1. Righty to the plate. Ground ball to the right side. He handles it himself. That's 1 out, the bottom of the 2nd.
Batting 6th, the catcher,
Now Henry Davis.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves. Taken high in the draft. He's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
In there, and it's 0-1. And a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now the center fielder. Hitless in 4 at bats yesterday. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that one is inside ball one. Davis leads off first with one away. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 1-2. The pitch. To short, could be two. The flip, there's one. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played two full, all tied 1-1. And we're back. And now the veteran pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. The lefty fires. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Liner snagged at first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Nico Horner. Reached on an infield single his first time. Cracks his bat and pops him off. Shepard hauls it in, 2 away. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. That hits the dirt. 1-0. And that's outside. Tied up here in the early going. That one misses. 3-0. Seiya Suzuki in the on deck circle. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Check swing in the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Kenny Jansen. Runner takes off. And that's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
The third baseman, number 16, Patrick.
2 gone with runners at the corners. Patrick Wisdom, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a good eye there. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Step off throw to first. Suzuki back in standing. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw over to Tellez. And that is the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 1. here at PNC Park as we go to the last of the third. Here's the left fielder, Edward Olivares. The right-hander back to work. And that's off the inside edge.
One ball,
and
no
that's
strike.
ball one. And the right-hander deals. Pitch misses. Now 2-0. And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Let's see if he gives them anything to hit here. And there's the automatic. And a swing and a miss there.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
3-2. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
And the batter now, Ryan Barucki, drops a bunt down the first base side. Over to Swanson. He turns it.
Sometimes getting down a good bunt can just be so difficult right there. You admire the pitcher for putting it down in play, but just a little too hard at the first baseman. You don't see that defensive play very often, so you got to tip your cap to the defense.
Back to the top of the lineup, Shepard, the next Pirate to hit. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Right through there for a strike. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That misses the zone. 2-2. And a pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 2 away.
Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Two outs. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count even at 1. Righty delivers. A pitch in for a strike. And it's 1-2. Got it by him for the K. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. Still tied 1-1. Back here in Pittsburgh, on to the 4th. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Number 24, Cody.
Bellinger's won a variety of awards in his career, hasn't he? I mean, he's been named Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Comeback Player of the Year now. Throwing a few Silver Slugger awards, and he has himself quite the trophy cabinet. You know, these Cubs did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Left-hand batter waits.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That one ripped. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Go-ahead run on base. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. Breaking ball inside. And 1-1. Kicks and fires. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Man at second. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And now the lefty fouls it off. Still 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Base hit out of the center field.
Well done. Drives in the run. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Matt Mervis, the next Cub to hit. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. That one catches the corner for a strike.
0-1.
Oh, 1 now. And that one is inside. Step off, throw to first.
He's in there.
Back standing. He's in there safely. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. And another ball. The pitch. Got him swinging. Run away.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And now Miguel Amaya went down on strikes his first time through. And that's down and away. Amaya measures 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds, and he was born in Panama. 1 run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Grounder might be 2. There's 1 to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now back, the pitcher, Kyle.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Borucki departs, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Martin Perez.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Kyle Hendricks, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Bullpen action for the Pirates. Johan Oviedo loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
Amaya off of first with 2 away. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That one gets down for a hit. And the pitcher with a base hit. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Pitcher gets himself on base. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Corner jumps out of the way of ball 1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cubs 2 and the Pirates 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th at the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Joe. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws across the diamond. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 1 so far. The shortstop takes the ball. There's the strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The wind of the pitch. Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Wouldn't chase that time. Three, 2 on the way. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now it's Rowdy Tellez. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Outside low. Ball 1.
1-0.
Left-hand hitter waits. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-1.
2 out, space is empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. That one is gone. A gigantic blast. His 21st of the year, and we're level. It's 2-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And here's the catcher, Henry Davis. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss.
0 balls, 1 strike.
The next offering misses. And the count is 1-1. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on this solo homer. 2-2 game. You're dialed into the show. We go to the top of the 5th. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. Perez back to work. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. And he deals. Chop to third. Joe. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now back, right fielder, Suzuki.
And the batter now, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 2. In the air, center field. Makes his way towards it. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. That's out number 2. Patrick Wisdom will hit next. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. And a curve drops in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's in the dirt. Ripped to short. In plenty of time to first. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Bottom of the inning at the plate for Pittsburgh, number 19.
The center fielder,
And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
You know, these Pirates need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Olivares takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Just off the outside edge. Ball 2. And that's in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Outside. And that's ball 3.
3-1.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for out there.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Brian Hayes.
And he's got a little pop in his bat, Brew. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second, and he's out.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
Two down, nobody on. And a count 1-2. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two outs. That one hammered center field. Bellinger raging back towards the wall. And that one's off the wall. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he makes it all the way to third with a 2-out triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit the ball so well right there, and I really thought it was going to carry out of here, but that's definitely the big part of the yard, and you just really have to get a hold of one to drive it out in that part of the ballpark. But you can't be mad about driving one off the wall. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And now, Shepard. And he takes one right on the black. That's strike one. At the belt and fires. That's in there, and that's strike two.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Ripped into center, base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 3-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Andrew McCutchen now at the plate. Hendricks keeping an eye on him. They're 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
1-0.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get into scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
Kicks and deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 and 2 the count.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Colin Holderman.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Well, 1-run game. And now Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
And a pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. Swung on, belted. Back there. See you later. A massive home run. His 17th of the year. And they add a couple more. It's 4-3. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly up with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Matt Mervis, the next Cub to hit. Little chopper rolls foul.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
This to third. Throw over to Tellez. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
So up now for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. Rolled to Rowdy. Out on the off-balance throw.
Now batting, the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Hendricks. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Right side. Shepard. Over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Cubs add 2 on this homer. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Connor Joe. A wind in the pitch. In there at the knees.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And that skips into dirt. And it falls. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. He kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. Out to short. Nice stop from his backside. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
90 feet, so huge right there. The diving stop cuts off the lead runner at second, keeps him out of scoring position. That's a tremendous job. I know they would have wanted the double play, but at least you keep that tying run from being 90 feet closer to home plate.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Rowdy Tellez. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
No balls, 1 strike.
With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's outside. 1-1. The pitch. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him swinging for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis. Hendricks throws over, and he's back in safely. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kyle Hendricks won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. A new arm into the game, the righty, Yency Almonte.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the center fielder. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Gonzalez on second. Davis at first. 2 out of the inning. And fouled off. swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And possibly a double switch coming now as a meeting taking place near the home plate area. Aroldis Chapman on to pitch now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup on the double switch. Michael A. Taylor, he'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup.
Now playing center field and batting 9, number 12. Michael
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner. 1 for 3. And a pitch. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Chapman, a former All-Star, 36 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. That's down and in. A slider missed. And now the lefty fights that one away. Still 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. Nope, he held back. On the ground, right side. Shepard. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one. 0-1. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Johan Oviedo loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Hernandez, a left-hander, also throwing. 1 out, bases empty. There's a swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Kicks and fires. Inside, almost got him. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. That's the 2nd out.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now Seiya Suzuki, and first offering is fouled off. The pitch. That one not close. Ball 1. And another ball.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Ground ball up the middle. Into the outfield. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Two outs. Fought off foul. Here comes a pitch. Not even close there. 1-2 the count. And the slider just misses. Two now. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Cubs. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Bellinger stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Left-hand batter waits. That misses. And now 2-0.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that one. And delivers outside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Cubs strand a couple, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Bottom of the 7th, and here is Edward Olivares. And the pitch. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Carl Edwards Jr. up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Merriweather getting cranked up as well. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
0-2.
That one to first, Mervis. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Michael A. Taylor.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Right through there for a strike. got him looking. Now 2 away. So digging in, Shepard. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Dives and he can't hang on. See, fantastic effort, but that extends the inning. Up next for the Pirates, Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Almonte keeping him close.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. The pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Oh, and 2 now. Next offering misses down and away.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
That one way inside. Two on the way. He fouls it off. Will do it again. And the righty deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Hernandez.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. He's already homered in this game. As the lefty gets to work, that one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
At the belt and fires.
1 and 2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Matt Mervis, the next Cub to hit. Late swing, foul to the left. The pitch. Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1. That one missed.
2-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch is outside. And he walked him.
That's ball four. Take your base.
Trying to work his way back into the count right there, but so much for that. Pretty good pitch, but just doesn't get the call on 3-0.
Man at first, Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. First pitch misses.
1-0.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. On to Tellez, and the double play ends the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Pirates 3. A discussion happening at home plate now, and I think they're making a double switch. Carl Edwards Jr. on the pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup with the double switch here. Yan Gomes, he'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup.
Number 15.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Joe.
The third baseman.
And here it comes. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Adbert Alzolay, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Looking to get the tying run on base. Just missed.
2-0.
And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Right-hander kick steals.
Ball outside.
Nick Gonzalez next to bat for the Bucks. And strike 2.
Full count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Next to hit, Nick Gonzalez.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. That's inside.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in. He spits on that one.
Up and in, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And now 2-2. Just misses there.
That's a really good take.
Rowdy Tellez waits on deck for Pittsburgh. Right through there, got him. 2 away.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Next to hit, Rowdy Tellez. That's a little bit low. Holding on to a one-run lead here in game one of this three-game set. Popped up. Wisdom moving under it. Corrals it. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They still trail it here 4-3. And now a meeting near home plate, so it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Johan Oviedo on the pitch as part of the double switch, and he'll be in the cleanup spot in the lineup. Leover Peguero, he'll hit in the 7-hole in the lineup.
Batting 7, number 31, Leover.
Well, one-run game. Now it's Yan Gomes.
The catcher, Yan Gomes.
The line of the pitch. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. Bullpen action for the Pirates. David Bednar loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Yan Gomes waits. That's to third. Joe. And Gomes is retired.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
So the lineup flips over. Nico Horner getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Strike two. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Settles under it. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. That's in for a strike at 95. 0-1. Right-handed reliever. On the ground. Shepard to first. And that's the 3rd out. So they go quietly there. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cubs 4 and the Pirates 3. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Adbert Alzolay.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Here's the catcher, Henry Davis, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. What are you looking to do in these spots? You're down a run, you're leading off the inning.
He's not a power hitter, a guy that's looking to tie it up with one swing. So he's going to take and get into this at bat and try to get deep into the bat. Ultimately, however he can, get to first base.
1-run game, bottom 9. And that's in for a strike.
Now, Brew, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
He's 2 outs away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Leover Peguero taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Late on that fastball.
0 balls, 1 strike.
check swing, but it's put in play. Swanson. And he beats the throw. He's safe.
A nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Edward Olivares, the next Pirate to hit. Alzolay picks over. Aguero gets back easily.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
That's inside, and it's 1-0.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
With the winning run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Pitch misses, and it's 2-0. There's a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And the right-hander deals. And another ball. Michael A. Taylor next to bat for the Bucks. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
Bottom of the ninth, 1-run game, 2 on. Michael A. Taylor, the next to hit. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Swing and a pop-up. He's under it. Brings it in. 2 down.
The batter, number 47.
Last chance now for the Pirates. Shepard, the next Pirate to hit. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
That one to first, and it goes just foul. This could end it. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. With the tying run at second, winning run at first. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Wouldn't chase that time.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And he deals.
Ball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Righty to the plate. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Well, all you want is a chance going to that final frame. They got some base runners, had the tying run at second, the winning run at first, just couldn't come through with the big hit. On the other side, nice job to battle through it, close out the win.
And the final score here, 4-3. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 8 runners on base. For the Pirates, 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.